Okay, so real quick video on establishing property boundaries. We're in a new neighborhood here, still building. There's a lot of building going on. I'm actually getting ready to put a fence up, so I have to find the property line. So on this one, on this property here, they actually put the fence in the middle of the two houses already. I took the three, it was set up on that side, but I've been doing some sprinkler work as well, and I took those three 2x6s down off that fence. But let's say that the fence wasn't there and we didn't know. And even if you want to just double check, like if you're a homeowner and kind of want to figure out where your property line is, first thing you want to do is start out front. There'll be a nail in the concrete somewhere, and it could be on the sidewalk, or a lot of times it's actually in the pan here. This nail is actually right there, and that's what it looks like. That's a property nail that they put in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark this property nail, because we're gonna go to the back. I'm gonna mark it with this temporary fence post, and then kind of same thing on the other side. We'll just walk to the other side. That's how they do it out here. I've seen them do it with the X before, but most of the time they'll just have those property pins. So that's the property pin on this side, and then it just goes down that way. So now we'll go to the back and check. Okay, so now we're at the back side of the property. A lot of times they'll have these tall wooden stakes standing up, and what I did was I just dug down around that wooden stake, and what I found was this yellow top, and then under the yellow top there's I found the yellow top there, and then under the yellow top there's probably a 2 to 3 foot there's probably a 2 to 3 foot stake in there, going down in the ground. And if you kind of look, so back up, it's kind of in line with that fence there. Usually when the fence guys come in, they do a pretty good job of finding the actual line. And if you can kind of see down through there, you can see my green post in the back. It's pretty much in line with where that wooden stake, the fence post there and the green post are all pretty much in line. So, you want to try to find your wood stakes and then use other things as reference. I'm gonna show you one that was a little harder to find, and I ended up using another fence line for a reference point. Okay, here's my next property boundary stake that I found. It's right there, but this actually was laying down on the ground. Somebody had knocked it down. So initially I started digging here, and the reason I started digging here is because the fence was basically right through here. So I'm digging here, I couldn't find it, made a pretty big pile. And then what I ended up doing is I looked up, and we got a fence down there. So that fence down there, what I did was I just kind of lined everything up off that fence and came down through here. And if you can see where my yellow stake is right there, it's in line with that fence up there. So I, looked at that fence, I moved over a little bit, and I was able to find this property line as well. Same thing, you got a fence there, and then what it does is it goes down through, and you're able to, establish your boundaries like that, if to keep from any type of neighborhood disputes. Once again, we're doing it because we're getting ready to put the fence in here. So just did a quick video just to kind of help some of the new homeowners out, or even contractors that have never done it before. Pretty simple process. You just might have to do a little hand digging for a while. A lot of people use metal detectors and find it, but I didn't have one, so I just did it the old-fashioned way.